Hi, it's Lee from ColouringQueen.net. I thought we'd have a look at the new Hanna Karlzon book, Seasons, which is the English imprint of the book Tidevarv, which was released earlier this year. So you can see that the publishers have gone with a blue cover for the English edition. Personally, I would have really loved to see the lemon on it, but, you know, it's just a small niggle. The book has the same beautiful detail as the original Tidevarv, but of course for people ordering in English-speaking countries, it works out significantly cheaper to order the English edition. So the only difference here on the spine is the publisher's logo, and you can see by just the look of the spine that Seasons actually looks a little bit bigger than Tidevarv. So Tidevarv opens with that black protective paper, and as does Seasons. The English publishers of Hanna Karlzon's books work very hard, I've got to say, to replicate the look and feel of the Swedish editions, which you don't often see that with publishers, so in this case it is really good that they do go that extra effort. Now, the only difference that we have here is that in Seasons, the nameplate page is in English, and in Swedish edition, it's in Swedish. We've got the same details, except we've got a little bit more information here on the English edition than in the Swedish edition. That's of no significance at all. Now the paper, it feels exactly the same, looks exactly the same in Seasons as it does in Tidevarv, which is what we want to see. And all of the illustrations are exactly the same, and they've been positioned pretty well the same in both books. In Seasons it looks slightly different, but pretty well the same layout. The books, it's got the same lovely paper, medium quality, off-white. And the English edition feels exactly the same, really, as the Swedish edition. So if you were tossing up on which one to purchase, you can go forward knowing that both of the books are the same. Now the difference in the spine is the same as in the previous books. The hardback cover on the English edition is slightly bigger or thicker than that used on the Swedish edition. It is pushing down reasonably well in order to get to those tricky areas near the spine, and as it's used more it's going to push down a little bit better, but the binding is quite tight on Seasons at the moment. And there we finish with the same imagery as on the Swedish edition. And if we just look at those covers, you can see that the blue one looks slightly larger. Now, even though they both look exactly the same, we'll weigh it off screen and I'll put the results below the video. Until next time, happy colouring.